Hi and welcome to Dr. Mix. Today I'm here with Joshua Stam from Stam Audio. We're gonna make some music. We're gonna show you this beautiful compressor that is coming up. Hey guys, great to have you here. Joshua, how you doing?
Very good, very good. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
No, I mean, thank you for coming. I mean, we've been knowing each other like via email for quite a long time, haven't we?
About 2 years.
All right.
2 years, I think we've been. We sent you an SA2A a year ago or something like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I loved it. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah, and in fact, today Joshua is here with his new baby. This is a 76.
Yes, it is.
Basically. So, you know, for the few people who may not know who you are and what you do, can you please give us like the 1 minute version of it?
1 minute version of it. Okay, so I'm an audio designer. I make hardware units based on vintage. We replicate vintage units from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. We're based in Chile, and we started in 2014. So we've been going for about 6-7 years now. 2013 actually, and our brand is called Stam Audio. Stam is my last name, and audio for audio, of course. And
but you're a musician at heart, aren't you?
I started as a musician. I studied in the conservatorium. I don't know if that's the right word in English. Yeah. Then I was a music producer. Worked for Disney for some TV shows. I studied audio engineering and did some electronics, and that's how I got involved in all this building stuff, DIY, like everybody, and listening and testing, and one thing next to the next thing, and to the other. And a few years later, here we are.
Nice. All right. So you know what I would say? Why don't we just demonstrate quickly what this unit is capable of? And do you know what? I am going to just leave the camera here. And I am going to mess about as you play. How's that?
That's fine. Do you want something funky? You want something relaxed?
Oh, yeah, I love funky. Let's go 8-1. So now we're gonna go, this is after the stam, and this is before. After. That's cool, right? Well, listen, why don't you take me like briefly through, I mean, what's that thought process when you go and take on like such a classic like this? I mean, I don't want you to give me, you know, like sensitive information, but how do you go on about it?
Well, there's no secret actually. It's just using your ears. So like when you're mixing a song or when you are recording an album, you use your ears to determine what is the best preamp, what is the best, guitar for this take. The same happens when you audition transformers or capacitors or resistors. So these units, all vintage units, 80% of the sound is transformers. Everybody can see the schematic online and build something similar with the same components. And the difference comes to what transformers you use or what tubes you use.
So does that mean that you go through each individual component to see which one
I
sounds
audition
best?
everything, yes. Sometimes there's a bit of mystery into it because most engineers will tell you you don't hear a difference if you change one capacitor.
Right.
Or brands of capacitor, they cannot hear the difference. Sometimes it's true, sometimes maybe it's your mind playing tricks on you, but I try it anyways. I test, and I've been wrong many times, and being wrong so many times has led me to discover a few things that I thought were missing in other, that was, or my early years myself when I was trying to replicate it, I wasn't nailing it in the way I wanted to. And then I found out if I kept going and just insisted with this quest of matching it sonically to the vintage one, that it was doable. You could do it, but it takes a long time of listening. Which is only for this unit, you audition 20 different transformers.
Right. Which is funny because that's kind of what we were talking about when we were setting out. Because this thing is about the research for excellence.
Yeah.
And I totally get it because, as a musician, that's what I want for me, for my music, for my art. And proportionally, I imagine it's the same kind of process when you build music making tools.
The criteria I have when I make these is if I don't use it on my own stuff, I wouldn't sell it.
Right.
So, and I'm very demanding with myself, I guess. And sometimes it's a bit annoying because you're done with it and then some manufacturer comes out with a new part and you've already designed the board to fit that part and it sounds a bit better. And I'm just like, I'll do it. Let's go back. Let's buy that one. If it sounds 1% better, I'll do it.
Why don't you take me through the panel? What have we got here? I mean, it does look like a 76, but I know that there's something special going on there. Can you please explain that?
Yeah, so it allows you to choose the revision from A, D, and G, and we have another one called ADF. So these are the different revisions from the 1176, and some people like one better than the other.
Right.
So there's a lot of people that are big fans of the A1 because it has a lot of harmonic distortion. It has a lot of grit and just, this a lot of character. So they love it in drums or electric guitars. Then the D1 is probably the most used one. It's a bit cleaner than the A. And then the G1 has got more low end and it's a lot cleaner than the other ones. So there's variations inside. But the cool thing we did is that inside, we didn't mix it up. So it's the A revision circuit, the D and the G. They're independent and they use their own transformers. In this case, luckily the A and the D uses the same transformers, so it wasn't so much more expensive to build.
Right.
But this said, it took us 2 years to master the switching design.
Right.
So, and all credit goes to the engineers that work with me because I cannot take credit for that by myself. I wouldn't have been able to do it by myself. It was a team effort. And some guys contributed enormously to something that we thought at one stage it was going to be impossible. Nice. We spent 2 years trying and it just didn't sound good or didn't sound right or we couldn't master it. So when the day it worked, we were like, okay, we have something special, and we have not applied it to only this machine, but we have now the new LA2A with a 3A and an LA4 all in one, and you can switch as well. And the Pultec, we have now a 2-in-1 or 3-in-1 Pultec, the same topology.
So how about, listen, I've got a bass right there and I've got a Rhodes. Do you mind if I try the difference? You might want to operate it and I will now play it for you. And this is the sound before, and now let's kick it in.
So this is a revision. And I wouldn't touch anything because I honestly think it sounds really creamy and nice. But we're just gonna switch now to the D revision. If you want to maybe switch it out and in.
Okay, so this is without it. This is with it.
Nice.
Yeah, let's keep playing with it.
Now this is revision G, which is the cleanest of all three, and it's got a bit of more bottom end.
So we go without it, with it.
Massive difference, yeah.
So
that's a good reaction.
That's cool, man. Because basically, by doing that, you basically have all the three revisions within one machine at a touch of a button.
Yes, sir. So the idea of it was to save the customer money and saying instead of paying for 3 of these that normally sell for clones, for $700, to just have them in one machine. So it's actually about $200 per revision.
That's not bad.
So it's really, really, really cheap if you consider that. Yeah.
Can we try? Can you give me like some all buttons in trick? Can you do that?
We can do that. Hold on.
There you go. Oh.
The VU meter is going crazy.
Yeah, it should. So let's go without it. With it. I mean, of course, there is a little bit of a
we should
jump. Maybe we should correct for that.
Try again.
So this is without it.
You should go on the lower string to
without it. With it.
Very nice. Yeah, so the challenge here was that you could switch between these revisions and that it was instant.
Right.
So you can actually hear the character of each amplifier inside.
But also, I see that every time you press that, I hear some relays inside.
Yeah, there's 12 relays inside, I believe. So it's a switching system that the audio goes down and it goes up again without hearing a pop.
Yeah.
So we didn't want that pop. So you can calibrate that inside if you want it faster or slower. But we obviously make every machine, we calibrate it to what we believe is the best user setting.
All right. So you know what? Let's. How about if I play a little bit of Rhodes through it now? So this is my Rhodes. Okay. So now I am going to play it through that, and there you go.
Oh, that bass, that low end there.
Yeah.
So that's G revision with 20 ratio.
Man, should we try and use it on vocals just quickly?
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Okay. Without it?
Whoa.
With it?
Whoa.
Yeah, that's sizzling. That's sort of top end.
This is the A revision, so this is the character revision.
All right, let's
the
try
dirtier of all.
Let's try the revision. Let's see how that goes. So without it,
whoa,
and with it,
whoa. Quite noticeable. Yeah.
Nice, man. Listen, Joshua, thank you so much for coming around. What can we expect next from Stam Audio?
Well, we've been working on the Stam child a lot, and it takes us about 2 days to make one of them.
Oh, the Fairchild by Stam.
Yeah, we call it the Stam child to be, a bit cheeky. And we are busy for another 5-6 weeks with the Poltec and that one. We're shipping the Poltecs and we're shipping the Fairchild or Stam child. And we've had people waiting on the Poltec for over a year.
Right.
So where's my camera?
It's right here right now.
So I wanted to apologize to you guys. We are working as fast as possible to get those out to you, and after that we will resume with the ADF, which is similar to this one,
right,
with an F revision.
I was about to ask you, where can people find out more about the 76?
So for Europe, we have Mastering Mansion in Madrid. We have Gear for Music in the UK. So we have a couple of retailers, and we're probably going to sign with a few other retailers for Germany and Eastern Europe. And for the rest of the world, you can buy directly from stamaudio.com. If, of course, we use our reserve system, and you get a nice discount if you pre-order one. And after that, we have big surprises. Can I reveal our surprise now? Because Joshua is being not only so kind to let me have this unit, right? He will make another unit available. We're going to draw a prize, and one unit is going to go to a lucky winner. You just need to click on the link to participate to the prize draw. And like we've done earlier, we will select the winner, and I'm going to announce it soon. Thank you for coming around. And my pleasure. It was great to be here. Thank you so much.